Matrimonial disputes, one big dilemma that I see a lot of husbands face is what to say to the judge when the judge in maintenance claims by the wife says to the husband, either you offer to pay some interim maintenance amount yourself or I will fix the amount myself. The underlying assumption that is being given by the judge is that if you do not agree to a sum yourself, I will fix a far higher amount. And that is why a lot of husbands in that moment are very scared and they think, God knows what I'm going to do. And the solution that I tell to husbands, when we prepare them for a situation like this, is that you tell the judge that, and first and foremost, you need to understand that the judge cannot fix some incredibly high, insanely large amount of money. They have to follow the due process of law. And there are several, judgments of several courts which have to be considered, including the landmark Rajneesh versus Neha judgment of the Supreme Court, which talks about what kind of interim maintenance can be fixed, what are the parameters, what documents will be called, namely the income and assets and liabilities documents, the affidavits that are called by the court. So there are many things which are going to take place first. The judge is not going to say, oh, today, first day, Mr. Husband came and I'm going to throw some amount. That does not happen. However, unless you agree to it because you did not know better and the judge wanted to make their life a little easier and they thought might as well pressurize this poor fellow into doing this. Instead, what you're supposed to do is follow the procedure, and a lot of times the procedure is not followed by the judge themselves. So you need to file applications such as application for complete disclosure according to the Rajneesh versus Neha judgment. Sometimes if the wife is lying and not disclosing her income and her assets, file a perjury petition. Do not delay it. Like some people say, file it later. Later when? Later 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. The judge will fix maintenance and then you see what kind of long dates are being given in your matter. So you have to file perjury immediately. You have to file application for calling of records, such as the bank statements of the lady. And a lot of times wives will deliberately not file complete bank statements. They'll not file. And this is legal strategy. You don't really blame them because there are no consequences for them. So you need to push it in front of the judge that you cannot let this go. You cannot fix any or force me to give any interim maintenance when the wife is concealing her assets, her sources of income. And if you do this, what will happen is that, one, have this mindset. And another thing is tell the judge, my lord, may consider both parties' affidavits and then make a decision on the merits of the case. Because if you volunteer something, you cannot appeal it either. And then, obviously it's easier for the judge, it's easier for the lawyers also, but it becomes a big liability for you. The wife can always appeal that order saying that he consented to this, I want more. You cannot say that I did not really consent or I was browbeaten by the judge. It becomes very difficult. In one of our cases, the husband was browbeaten like this. He had a very good idea that the wife was working. The wife in this particular case, the husband earned something around 30,000 a month. The wife was in Dubai earning 5 times more money, 1.5 lakhs a month, had a testimonial on some website as well. The judge consented to 70,000 per month as maintenance. And now we're in a fix. We can't appeal. We can't do anything. The client, when he got concrete proof in the form of all these screenshots and everything of the wife working abroad, not being in India, having filed her case in Delhi, we then had, and I've made a video about it before as well, we then filed an application. It took several years to get the judge, upon several applications, proofs and everything, for the judge to be very kind enough to say that no more future interim maintenance and also refund the money that was given. We went in High Court on a technical difficulty just because there was some difficulty with the previous lawyer's draftings. The court said, okay, you will not pay any more in the future, but you will not refund the money which was paid. And the refund almost never happens. This happened in this one case, which was also set aside by the High Court. And, the client could have saved a lot of this effort if he would have just said, my lord, please decide on the merits. Because if the judge fixes something arbitrary or maybe high, you can always appeal this. And if you follow the correct, process, there is a very good chance you'll be able to maybe deny maintenance completely to the wife. And even if you're not able to deny completely, it's not going to be some huge arbitrary figure thrown at you. The due process will have to be followed. Do not give the judge an opportunity to weasel their way out and to not go through all the data and then write a detailed order which will then be scrutinized by the High Court judge. Make them take a little bit of effort and say to the judge, I'm sorry, my lord, may kindly decide on the merits. My name is Amish.aggarwala. I'm an advocate on record at the Supreme Court of India. Thank you for listening.